Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt and I love testing body armor. We have another plate from HWin today. This is their level 3 silicon carbide and polyethylene plate. It weighs 4 pounds 8 ounces and is approximately 900 thousandths thick. I see we have very close to the edge strike face extending on here. I detect a little bit of foam on the front. For all of my body armor testing, I try to stick to as many NIJ constants as possible. We will test at 45 feet and 0 degrees. That is the worst possible scenario for armor. We do an NIJ drop test where we drop the plate on its face twice because it has ceramic as a strike face. We have a compressible media behind it that we strap our plate to. This is a Roma #1 Plastilina ballistics clay in a 16 by 16 by 4 briefcase here. It's approximately 60 degrees Fahrenheit and overcast outside today. We use a chronograph to collect velocities. We put a little summary spreadsheet at the beginning that kind of foreshadows what we're going to shoot at it, and at the end I fill all the data out so that you have it all in one place. Please allow us a moment to reposition all of our cameras and we're going to have some fun today. Alright, we have our plate set up and we're ready to start with our 5.56 threats. Currently NIJ 06 level 3 only encompasses 6 rounds of M80 ball. The newly revised and hopefully published this year NIJ 07 makes an RF1 and RF2 rating. RF1 is M80 ball 762 by 39 mile steel core, in addition to M193 at 3250 feet per second. RF2 is all of that plus M855, I think 3115. We also have M855A1, which is the U.S. Army's enhanced performance rounds, fairly new, 62 grains. It has a hardened steel penetrating tip, a lot larger than the M855's internal steel tip. So we have 6 rounds here. We're just going to pelt this plate with TC Compass 22-inch barrel, so maximum velocity here. This plate should take these without crying for mama. Now our M855. Really good velocity off that out of this 22-inch barrel. Really good. Now our A1. Saw some sparks fly off that. Let's go see what we did, folks. Got 6 shots in 6 fair hit places. M193, M193 number 2, M855, M855 number 2, M855A1, M855A1 number 2. Let me see if I can move these straps out of the way without hitting myself and being able to reuse them. So far, the nylon straps seem to be holding up better than the rubber ones. Time will tell, though. Place your bets in the comments below. Uh-oh, Raggy. What is that? That's a penetration right there. That was from our A1 shot. There should have been lots of ceramic there. We'll do a tear down on these like we do and see how thick the ceramic is. That really helps us tell and make judgments on some of the capabilities of these plates. Interesting that it stopped the second one though, but that one right there, I mean, they're far enough away from the other shots that it should have stopped it, but it found a way. And now on to our 308 testing. We've got M80 ball, it's a 145 grain, somewhere in there, full metal jacket, lead core. We have our TC compass, 22-inch barrel, so maximum velocity. Have a JK Armament rifle kit on there. I went back and looked at the chronograph data. The A1 that penetrated was almost going 3,200 feet per second versus the one that didn't was like 3049. So it's interesting that that extra 100 feet per second was able to help the A1 in this case. The more and more I test the different types of ceramic for body armor, I feel the alumina offers really good resistance against some of the more advanced threats. It's the heaviest of all the ceramic types, but it seems to be the most resistant. Good velocity there, almost 2750 feet per second. Let's go check out our results. I'll have to apologize about some of the static camera angles and lack of zoom at times. I am by myself for this portion of the testing, so I have to pretty much throw the gimbal on the table and do the best I can. Here was M80 shot number 1 and number 2. It looks like this is a tile array plate. I can see the little tile right here. I'm trying to check this plate for any ability for subsequent shots, and I hear a lot of crunching here, which leads me to believe I probably should stop the testing now and not try anything else. The question is, did it stop those 308 ball rounds? Yes, it did. There is a bit of back face there. But if you remember my PE testing, we had quite a bit of back face on that. Well, I mean, it was acceptable, again, for my limited testing ability. I have a depth gauge here. See if it gives me any results. So this one over here measured about 24 millimeters. If we go off this flat spot here, I need to find a way to mount this so I can better measure. This guy over here was right around 18 millimeters. So definitely passable. You may see more with properly prepared NIJ clay. But like I said, I can't keep the temperature out here, so it is what it is. Now we'll do a torque test on this plate, and I don't know if there's any good spots left on here for another shot. I don't want to chance it. I'd rather tear it down and see what's inside of it. I have the opportunity to do the tear down here at the range versus at home. The only thing I'll have to do is annotate how thick our silicon carbide ceramic tiles are. As you can see, this is a tile array plate. I do like that they are extending our ceramic further out to the edge as possible. There's a little bit of maybe a ½ inch or so there on each side. We've seen more, so that's a good thing. Now there is a little bit of foam up here on the corners, but that extends almost all the way to the top there. It is a good thing that we didn't shoot any more here, because it looks like this tile right here is the only one that can take any more hits. Even this one down here's got some cracking. So is this one, and this one. Here was the A1 shot that penetrated. Looks like it was actually on the line of both tiles there. Very interesting. Our other armor in the past, the level 3 plates have stopped that particular round. So it's interesting. Here's the polyethylene. You have to forgive me if the gimbal goes the wrong way. I always think it's inverted and then I make it go the wrong way. Pretty standard polyethylene. Again, I'm not an expert on the manufacturing process of these, but it would seem like it needs a stronger adhesive to keep as much of this together as possible, so when it does take hits, it's not delaminating and potentially reducing its performance. I don't detect any foam on the back of this, but not too bad. Now who's going to clean up my table? Well, folks, that concludes another test from the king of armor destruction. I fully wasn't expecting the M855A1 to make it through this level 3 silicon carbide plate, especially since in the past when we've tested it, any of the aluminum plates or the other SIC plates actually stopped it. So I'm not sure if that extra velocity that we got today helped get it through, or perhaps the silicon carbide in this particular sample is a lower grade or quality. Again, I don't know a lot of the manufacturing processes and quality assurances behind the materials used in making these, but I have been told from talking to a few other people in the manufacturing business for armor, there are different levels of quality for material. I do appreciate that the HWin plate is not trying to play the weight savings game by giving us a huge foam ring and then a reduced ceramic strike face. We have a little bit of foam ring there, but we've definitely seen a lot larger on some other plates, so it's nice to see that people are giving us that strike face that extends all the way out to the edge for maximum coverage for the given size. I do not have any pricing or distribution information on where these plates are sold. As today's video comes to a close, I gotta go mend to my dumbbell snatch wounds on my thumb. I take a moment to thank all those who help make these videos possible. If this is the first time you're here and you found any of my information helpful, that's what makes my day, is being able to help someone with the information I can provide. I'd also like to thank my Patreon supporters, Richard from HWin, who asked us to test these plates, and of course, you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.